Nani? Hey guys, welcome to another review from the GCA. Today we are here with Magda, Lady Medea. Once again, we are going to be talking about the Soska Sisters. Not only do they have on April 5th a new film dropping, and a lot of y'all might know the two women from writing Yaira, a new project from the Rippaverse. Get in on that campaign, already at 1.3 million. Get yours before they're gone. What a lot of y'all probably don't know is that they write and direct horror films. I've been watching a few. What we actually did recently in order to hype them up for all this is we watched a award-winning movie that they made named American Mary in 2012. Magda, you were a part of that, so let me know what you thought of that.
Okay, thank you, Malty. So, yeah, I watched the movie the other day, and I thought it was excellent. It was very well made. I like that it was very feminine, and from feminine standpoint. So, as we know or about to find out, it dealt with the um, female body violation issue, and what happened afterwards, the revenge that followed it. So you can definitely tell that the movie was directed by a females. um, the the whole revenge was portrayed from the um, a definitely different point of view than the male would do. I did watch some, revenge videos before, and definitely was able to relate to that one. Yeah, it was so well made that I or portrayed that that definitely felt some kind of sinister satisfaction when when watching the uh, torture that I don't want to say poor man encountered, but yeah, it was pretty epic. It was really good. What
Well, I
did you
think he
think?
deserved everything that he got.
Oh
And
yeah.
also, this movie was not centered around the torture aspect. That
Hmm.
was just one aspect of her character. There's a whole lot more that happens in there, and she actually finds her own niche in her surgical abilities, where she's actually making money off of it and becoming a well-known person. Yeah, a little seedy the way that she gets about doing it, but hey, that's capitalism for you.
Yeah, as a struggling, medical school student, she kind of, I thought it was kind of interesting. First of all, she was really damn good as for just a student. I'd say she had all the skills that she needed to practice it, and yeah, and she just, like you said, found her niche and was able to, help people who, otherwise wouldn't be able to, um, you know, do what they wanted to do to their bodies, uh, since not many practicing surgeons would actually take on tasks like that. So
Yeah, a lot to do with body modification. Just so we're clear, okay, so the star, the person who plays Mary, is actually Catherine Isabel, and
mhm.
for horror fans, she is the titular character from the movie Ginger Snaps, which I believe was released in 2000. It's a little bit older, but it's a nice little werewolf tale about two sisters, and one of them gets turned. So feel
Mhm.
free to check that out if you want to see more of her. One thing that I did think while I was watching it, because they do celebrate femininity and the female sexual form. The Saskas have always been good at that without emasculating men, because you don't have to tear down in order to rise up. And the
Yeah.
Saskas are really good at that. And yeah, just watching her, I was kind of just like, I think Dakota Johnson is a discount Catherine Isabel rather than the other way around. Just like I prefer to see her in more movies.
Oh yeah, I agree. And also, I wanted to give a shout out to Soska Sisters because they did make a cameo, or actually was were part of the movie a little bit, and they did really good job acting. So yeah, um, I enjoyed seeing them in there. Um, they do appear a little later in the movie, but it's a treat.
Oh yeah. And one thing that I've noticed, so I've seen two of their films now. I've seen Rabid and we just watched American Mary. And one thing that I've noticed is their cinematography, then the lighting, the way that frames are blocked and the way that the scene plays out, always very well shot, very aesthetically pleasing. And
Yes,
that only comes from people who know what the heck they're doing.
correct. I gotta say that it for a lower budget movie, I think it had all the elements that could easily just bring it up to um, the higher levels to compete with all the other movies and that we've seen, all the other horror movies that we've seen.
Yeah. So Jess, I mean not Jess. I'm sorry, Magda.
I
we
can be
kind of we kind of talk to each other a lot. We're a big group of people, but so Magda, you like a bunch of horror movies. Like
Yes.
you're you don't shy away from gore. What do you think about practical effects?
It was very tastefully done, so you got plenty of gore, um, but just enough so it didn't cross the line into basically a totally messy bloodbath that kind of make it a little bit more um, gross or disgusting. Yeah, so yeah, just enough, very tastefully. um all, all the scenes were shot, like you said, very professionally. So yeah, it was flowing nicely.
Yeah, and the prosthetics and the makeup that were on Beatrice and
Oh yeah.
Ruby and like everything they did, I was just like, wow, you're really selling this
Yeah.
to us, and like it all looks so good.
Yes,
I
I
was
agree.
always pleasantly surprised whenever I see a movie that actually makes me. Also, I'm kind of interrupting myself. An hour and 40-minute runtime, I did not feel the length at all. I was engaged the entire time.
Yes, I did too. I felt like the movie passed by quickly. There wasn't any boring parts or kind of like, okay, that they could have cut that out. And the flow was excellent. The flow was great. Just throughout the movie, everything made sense and kind of connected one part to the other.
Hmm. I mean, if you, we're not going to spoil anything here, but I noticed a lot of symmetry in the scenes that were show and don't tell. Something that's
Mhm.
lost on Hollywood a lot of the days. And if you actually were paying attention in the very beginning of the movie, that little small, what you might see as minuscule thing, had a giant payoff at the end.
Yeah.
And no, it's not a twist, but you actually have to pay attention because the Saskas are, golly, I'm respecting them more and more the more that I see from them.
Yes. Yeah. I won't say anything more about that, but yeah, I gotta pay attention because there are little snippets that here and there that kind of will paint a big picture in the end. So gotta pay attention.
Yeah, I did have to watch it twice to pick that up, so guilty.
That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. It's definitely worth watching, rewatching it.
Oh yeah, I definitely will be as well. That's gonna be a part of my video library
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yes.
Well, I guess we should wrap it up a little bit. Just trying to keep this a little short and sweet. There is a note that I wrote down while I was watching the movie. Titties and shrimp. Camelot would be proud.
That's your no.
If you watch the movie, you know what I mean. So get on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So just to give my little summary, I guess overall, I feel like Soskas gave us an elegant, seductive, tantalizing movie with just enough gore and macabre to
Macabre.
bring macabre to bring it to the higher level, and that was priceless. That was awesome.
I totally agree. And one
Mhm.
thing that I haven't seen, a lot of people have said that the Soskas used to be woke and then are starting to go a little bit more right leaning. And I'm just like, I'm watching their older stuff.
Yeah,
No, it's not woke at all. This celebrates feminism.
yeah, absolutely,
I think they're
absolutely.
doing it the right way.
Yeah, I did
By
not
the way,
feel
sorry, go
any
ahead.
woke elements in there at all.
No, it doesn't exist. It's not there.
Hmm. Yeah,
And you know how that kind of stuff fades away is when you stop addressing it, when you stop making the focal point. The Soskas never make that a focal point, whether what they believe or not.
yeah,
They celebrate women, they celebrate men, they celebrate gore, and that's what I'm here for.
me too.
Well, everyone, actually, the Soskas have written and directed a new movie coming out on Tubi, which is an app that you can get on your phone, a website, on April 5th called Festival of the Living Dead. So we're just doing this to, let's go back and, you know, see what they've done before, see if it's any good, and now we know that hell yeah, it is.
Absolutely, it sure is. Looking forward to see not only a new movie but watch some of the older ones as well.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Well, Magda, if you have anything else to say, go ahead. Otherwise, we can close this little boy out.
Just go watch Soskas. You're gonna be in for the treat.
Most deaf.
Yes.
Yeah, most deaf. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us for a little bit. Definitely check out the movie if it's something that piques your interest. If you're not a fan of gore, it's not over the top, but if you get a little squeamish, there are some squeamish scenes. So just letting you know.
Mhm.
All right, but y'all take care. We are Magda and Malty from the GCA,
Take
and we'll
care,
catch you
everyone.
soon. Take care.